So according to Foundation Center, which is the leading source of philanthropic information worldwide, around 1.5 million nonprofit organizations currently exist in the United States alone. While not every single one of these nonprofits are working directly to cure poverty, most of them are playing a part in that effort to ease poverty in the world around us. It has to be evaluated, though, if those efforts are actually doing more harm than good. So in 2014, I took a short-term mission trip with my dad to Haiti. I was excited to be able to make an impact on lives while I was there, but when I got there, I felt intrusive and out of place. I spent nearly $2,000 to travel to Haiti to help the people, but all I really did was help the locals accomplish something they could have done on their own. I began to think about what the money could have gone to, how children could have been supported to go to school there, the different things that the money could have gone to do. And I realized that our charitable efforts aren't always effective, nor do they have positive outcomes in every case. Charitable giving may seem great, but if we don't evaluate the repercussions that we our giving has and make that a priority, we may only be doing good for our egos and not for the people that we're trying to help. So today I would like to inform you about what we're doing currently for the problem of charity and what I believe would be more effective. So currently, as previously stated, there are around 1.5 million nonprofits in the United States. So this map shows a general outline of where the money that is being given to nonprofits through grants is being focused. So there's a large focus in the United States, which is great, and in several places overseas. And I got this information from the Foundation Center Maps data visualization tool. I believe that if these nonprofits were really being effective, there wouldn't continue to be nonprofits created because the problem that they were trying to cure would be solved already. Charity creates an economic dependence that people rely on. This economic dependence makes people feel as if they don't have capacity or a worth, and it makes them kind of give up on themselves. We are called in the Bible to live lives of giving. There are several passages that talk about the widows and orphans, and financial knowledge and generosity are also important. In Luke 12:48, we are told, "From everyone who has been given much, much will be demanded, and from the one who has been entrusted with much, much more will be asked." So from this verse, we're reminded that what we have is a gift from God to invest and be generous with in wise ways. I believe that effective ways to work towards the elimination of poverty include two things: enterprise and microfinance. For all of the charitable, this is a quote from Reverend Robert Sirico, and he said, "For all of the charitable institutions that we've seen in the last century, these things do not account for the rise out of poverty of the poorest of poor. What accounts for this is enterprise, the application of human intelligence, action, of human will, of ingenuity into the economic sphere." So what he's saying is that these charities are not providing these people ability to rise out of poverty. They're continuing to stay in poverty because they're being given. We create wealth-generating enterprise. We are providing jobs for families, creating a way for countries to grow economically, and creating better opportunities for themselves and their families. It also changes their mindset. Another part that I believe is beneficial is microfinance loans. These loans develop self-sufficiency for families. What they are small business loans that generate income for families. There's empowering financial support that's provided, accountability. Each person is able to take their ideas and start their own business. They are given business practice, education on how to build wealth. Their families can then pay for health care, food, education, housing. Gives them a way to rise out of their generational poverty. And that was information that came from the Poverty Cure episode 2. So these microloans, financial education, accountability, and savings all provide a way to empower the people. Microfinance is a belief that everyone has an ability and capacity, and they just have to have something to unlock that ability and potential. So it provides training and the education necessary for these people to invest in their business ideas and then end up investing in themselves. And over $236 billion being donated to nonprofit organizations, there are still serious issues that are continuing. So more nonprofits are being created, but these social issues continue. We have looked at the beliefs of enterprise and empowerment it creates. Enterprise allows for wealth generation that leads to a rise out of poverty, and microfinance also empowers and teaches financial practices that allow hope for the future. So our pathways of trying to solve charitable issues are not working, and the problems cannot be solved until we stop and make an effort to create a new plan